Palearctic realm. This is one of the largest realm. Here you can see that. This Palearctic realm is occupying a very large area of the world. So here you can see that this is the Palearctic realm. Now if we look at the Palearctic realm, you can see that it is occupying almost all of the Russia, China, Mongolia, Korea, Japan, then entire Europe, then Saudi Arabia, and the northern portion of the African continent. Okay, so there is a very large realm, and because of that, the geographical features of this realm is very much different in different parts of the region. So today we will be discussing what are the major features of the Palearctic realm and also the animals associated with this Palearctic realm. Here we will first start with the physical features. Coming to the physical features, it is the largest realm. That is one of the, as I already told you, this is the largest realm in the out of the different types of zoogeographic realms. So other than being the largest, if you look at the Palearctic region, it is mostly except നമ്മുടെയൊക്കെ ഫോട്ടോ എടുക്കാൻ വേണ്ടി വന്നിരിക്കുന്നത്. ഓക്കെ, എന്നാൽ ആയിക്കോട്ടെ. സോ നിങ്ങളുടെ ഫോട്ടോ എടുക്കണം, എൻ്റെ അല്ല. ഓക്കെ, ഇപ്പോൾ ഒന്ന് സ്മാർട്ടായിട്ടൊക്കെ ഇരുന്നു, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ എവിടെയെങ്കിലും കൊണ്ടേ കാണിച്ചു കഴിഞ്ഞാലുണ്ടല്ലോ ഈ പിള്ളേരെന്താ ഇങ്ങനെ ഇരിക്കണം, ഇതുപോലെയാണോ പിള്ളേർ ഇരിക്കണേന്നൊക്കെ വിചാരിക്കും. ഒന്ന് സ്മാർട്ടായിട്ട് ചിരിച്ചുകൊണ്ടൊക്കെ ഇരുന്നു. ഞങ്ങളുടെ പിന്നെ ചിലപ്പോൾ ഇതിലൊക്കെ ടി വിയിലൊക്കെ കാണുമ്പോഴേ ഈ പിള്ളേര് സുവോളജിയിലെ പിള്ളേരല്ലേ എന്നൊക്കെ വിചാരിക്കും. അപ്പം അതുകൊണ്ട് സ്മാർട്ടായിട്ടൊക്കെ ഇരുന്നു. ഒന്നോ രണ്ടോ ഫോട്ടോ എടുത്തോ, കുഴപ്പമൊന്നുമില്ല കേട്ടോ. ഫോട്ടോയില് നഷ്ടമൊന്നുമില്ല, നമുക്ക് എത്ര വേണമെങ്കിലും ഫോട്ടോ എടുത്തോട്ടെ. നിങ്ങളുടെ ചില ബാച്ചിൻ്റെയൊക്കെ ഫോട്ടോ എടുത്തിട്ട് അവിടെ ഇട്ടിരിക്കണേ ഞാൻ കണ്ടിട്ടുണ്ട്. അതുകൊണ്ട് ഫോട്ടോയ്ക്ക് ബലം പിടിച്ചൊന്നും ഇരിക്കണ്ട, ക്ലാസ്സിലിരിക്കണ പോലെ ഒന്നും ഇരിക്കണ്ട, സ്മാർട്ടായിട്ട് ഇരുന്നു. ഓക്കെ, അപ്പോൾ നമുക്ക് വിൽ കണ്ടിന്യൂ വിത്ത് അവർ ഡിസ്കഷൻ. എല്ലാവരും ചിരിച്ചോണ്ടൊക്കെ ഇരുന്നു കേട്ടോ. ഇന്നുവരെ ക്ലാസ് ശ്രദ്ധിക്കാത്തവരൊക്കെ ഭയങ്കര ശ്രദ്ധയോടെ ഇരിക്കണം. അവരുടെയൊക്കെ ഇരിപ്പ് ഇരിക്കണ്ടാത്തോണ്ടും എല്ലാ ക്ലാസ്സിലും ഇതുപോലെ ഇരിക്കണേ. ഇതിന് വായൊന്നും പൊളിച്ചിരിക്കണ്ട, നമ്മൾ അതോട്ടിരുന്നാ മതി. രണ്ടോ മൂന്നോ എടുത്തോളാൻ പറഞ്ഞു, ഞാൻ പോയി നോക്കാത്തില്ല. ചാൻസൺ കഴിയുമ്പോൾ ഞങ്ങൾക്ക് ഒരു കോപ്പി ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു കേട്ടാ, എനിക്ക് അയച്ചു തന്നാൽ മതി, ഒരു അയച്ചു കൊടുത്തേക്കാം. ഓക്കെ, സോ ഇത് മഹാശല്യമാണല്ലോ. സോ റിഗാർഡിംഗ് ദ കേൾക്കുന്നുണ്ടല്ലോ. സോ റിഗാർഡിംഗ് ദ Palearctic realm, this region is basically characterized by temperate climate. You know what is the feature of temperate climate? Here you can see that in a temperate climate, what we are seeing is that, so here you can see that this entire region are in the Palearctic realm. A temperate climate is basically characterized by colder climate. So that is one important feature of the most of the temperate climate, because if you take a tropical climate and temperate climate, I think I have told you many times, in a tropical climate the temperature will be mostly about 20 degrees centigrade, whereas in a temperate climate the temperature will be mostly below 20 degrees centigrade. So that 20 degree can be taken as a rough estimate of dividing a temperate and or distinguishing a temperate and a tropical climate. So most of the time if you go to Europe, most parts of Europe are in a temperate region, so the climate will be most of the time around 10 degree or 15 degree. So that is the peculiarity of the temperate climate. Now in the case of a Palearctic region or Palearctic realm, the interior regions are arid. What are the interior regions? Here if you look at this Palearctic region. There are many parts of the Palearctic region. For example, if you look at this map, this is the interior region. So this is do you know which is this country? This is Mongolia. And last time when I saw this safari channel, അതിൽ ഒരു ആരാണ് സഫാരി ചാനൽ നടത്തുന്ന അവിടെ നമ്മുടെ ഇവിടെ വന്ന ഒരാളില്ലേ, അയാളുടെ പേരെന്താണ്, സന്തോഷ് കൗർ. അവിടെ അങ്ങനെ എന്തോ ഒരു മരുഭൂമിയിൽ ചെന്നപ്പോൾ അവിടെയും ഒരു മലയാളിനെ എനിക്ക് കണ്ടെന്ന് പറഞ്ഞു. അപ്പോൾ ലോകം മുഴുവൻ മലയാളികളുണ്ടെന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ മംഗോളിയ എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ ബേസിക്കലി ഒരു കോൾഡ് ഡെസർട്ടാണ്. അവിടെ ചെന്നപ്പോഴും അവിടെ മലയാളികളുണ്ട് എന്നാണ്. ലോകത്തെ എല്ലാ രാജ്യത്തും മലയാളികളുണ്ടെന്നാണ് എൻ്റെ ഒരു സറി. സോ there also Malayalis are present. So this is a cold desert and that is known as a Mongolia. So basically this is an arid region. Arid means basically dry region. So for example, if you take the Tamil Nadu has an arid climate or a dry climate with a very little rainfall. That is the meaning of the word arid climate. So going to the center of this temperate region, center of the temperature region are mostly dry, but there are also a lot of wet forest. Wet forest means a forest getting lot of rainfall. So that is the characteristics of the central portion of some regions are arid, and this is the type of forest that we can find in the center of this Palearctic region, especially in Russia and many parts of Europe. If you go to those regions, this is how the landscape will be appearing in many parts of the temperate region. Then another peculiarity is that there are steppes are there. Steppes here you can see that these are, and coniferous forests are there. This is the type of landscape that we can find in the steppe region. There are different types of grasslands are there. Grasslands are present in African region, which we call as a savanna, and there are grasslands in South America which we call as the pampas. And here also in temperate land, for example Russia and many parts of the Europe, you can find grassland, but they are somewhat more wet grassland, and these wet grasslands are known by the name steppes. So that is a term referring to, so a large portion of Mongolia and associated regions are basically steppes. Then so that is why for example now Ukraine and Russia are the major wheat producing countries of the world. Now they are in war. You know that the price of wheat is increasing. Now India used to export a lot of wheat to other parts of the world. Now India is not exporting wheat and rice because we are also facing some shortage in rice and wheat. So the reason why Russia and Ukraine are producing a lot of wheat is that they are in this steppe region. So that is why they can easily cultivate a lot of wheat and rice in those regions. So steppes are present in this region. Then coniferous forest. Here you can find, this is the type of plants which are considered as coniferous forest. If you go to Vagaman, you can find a coniferous forest. So Kerala has a very, very diverse ecological feature. If you go to some region, we can find tropical plants. If you go to the higher lands, higher areas of Kerala, we can also find these temperate plants. So this type of plants are known by the name coniferous plants. In botany, you know, we have studied about the difference between coniferous. Most of the time will be producing some kind of cones as their reproductive body. So that is why they are known as a coniferous forest. And deciduous forests are also there. You know what is the nature of a nature of teak. Teak has a peculiarity of shedding leaves. Rubber also is like that. So rubber doesn't belong to our country. It has been bought here from South America. But rubber is also shedding leaves during the summer season. So those plants which are shedding their leaves or removing their leaves during the summer season are coming under the deciduous forest. Deciduous means the leaf falling. That's in Malayalam we call Ilaburikunna. That is the meaning of the Ilaburikunna garden. That is the meaning of deciduous forest. Now, another peculiarity is that wide temperature variation. Now, if you look at the different parts of this Palearctic region, different regions are in different ecological belt. Some are in exhibiting, some regions are exhibiting. For example, if you go to the first map again, you can see that this is the map. If you take this region, this is the Saudi Arabia. These regions are all part of Saudi Arabia. So we can see that mostly desert region. And this region is also quite dry. So here the northern end is quite dry. The western end is quite dry. But if you go to this region, this is the Siberia. Siberia has one of the coldest places in the world. There are places where the temperature may remain below -37 or -40. So such regions are present in Siberia. So eastern side of the Palearctic region is too cold, western side is too dry, and the middle may be somewhat drier. So the different areas of the Palearctic region is exhibiting or will be characterized by different type of climatic features. So that is one peculiarity of the Palearctic region, highly diverse climate or highly diverse environmental conditions are there. When environmental conditions are different, that difference will be also expressed in the type of plants and animals living there. So wide temperature variation and similarly wide fluctuation. Fluctuation means variation, difference in the rainfall pattern also. The western side of this western side may not be receiving much rainfall. This region may not be, but this region, if you go to the many parts of Europe, lot of rainfall will be received in those regions. So there is a lot of variation in the climate also, and also in terms of temperature, and also in terms of rainfall also. If we go to these regions of China, the eastern regions of China, it is exhibiting almost a tropical like climate. So a lot of rainfall will be there. So sometimes you might be watching news that there is flooding in China, and because of the heavy rainfall. So there is a lot of variation in different regions of the Palearctic region with regard to temperature, with regard to rainfall, and also with regard to there is one more thing, the rainfall and temperature. Then east-west mountain chains are there. You might have heard about Alps mountain. Alps mountains are present in Europe. So the east-west in the mountain ranges are present in different parts of the. These are some of the tall mountains. Here also you can see. So in this Palearctic region, there are very tall mountains are there. So these tall mountains are characteristic feature of this Palearctic realm. Then diverse climate and habitat. Although much of the region, some regions are quite dry, like Saudi Arabia, or certain region of the Africa, northern portion of the Africa are drier. Most part of this Palearctic realm, Palearctic realm is in a colder belt, because of this Russia, entire part of the Russia. This is the Norway, Sweden, etc. All these are in a colder belt or in a temperate region. So that is a basic characteristic of the physical, regarding the physical features of the Palearctic realm. Now we have to see about the different sub-regions of the Palearctic realm. You can see that there are 3-4 subdivisions are there. One is a European sub-region. The European sub-region is basically consists of the northern and central Europe, and there is Black Sea and Caucasus region also. Here you can see that the Black Sea is somewhere here. This is the Black Sea. No, this is the Black Sea, So that is the European sub-region is basically coming in this region. Then another sub-region is the Mediterranean sub-region. Okay. Under the Mediterranean sub-region, Mediterranean climate. So these are the countries which are coming under the Mediterranean region, the regions which are not belonging to the European sub-region, especially in the Europe, African and Arabian portions, Asia Minor, then Iran, Afghanistan and Balochistan. Balochistan is in Afghanistan. So here you can see that these are the regions which are coming under the Mediterranean. So this is the Mediterranean Sea. This is the Mediterranean Sea. The countries around this Mediterranean Sea will be experiencing the Mediterranean climate. Mediterranean climate is generally warmer climate. For example, if you go, the best example of the Mediterranean climate is Greece, Spain, etc. There the climate is slightly warmer than rest of the Europe. So the reason is that it is because of this warm ocean currents which are present in the Mediterranean Sea. So Mediterranean Sea is the main factor which is responsible for a dry or a warmer climate in the Mediterranean region. Now after that there is Siberian region.